Yo, man, what's going down with the good people, man? The November 14th edition of Friday Night Smackdown. We're about 2 weeks out before Survivor Series WarGames. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into it. Now, the main segment, as you see in the picture here, man, Cody Rhodes, Bronson Reed for the WWE Championship. If you already saw how SmackDown played out, you already saw how this match was made about. So there's really no fully going into full detail. Now, granted, this match was like 2 minutes long, and the show was literally about to end in like 3 minutes. So you kind of already knew what the hell was about to happen. And as we saw, as War Games is continuing in lineup, Cody Rhodes' team is pretty much filled up, or CM Punk's team. You got Cody Rhodes, you got the Usos. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. I think Roman Reigns will indeed be a part of this team. But as we saw what happened at the end with the Vision coming in and then Logan Paul coming in, we saw Drew McIntyre coming in. So Drew McIntyre is pretty much aligning himself with the Vision, which in a nutshell does make sense in a way, because if you think about it, obviously, if you go back to SummerSlam, Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul teamed up. So obviously Drew is helping Logan out. He may not care for the Vision itself, but he's helping out his boy LP. So in a sense, it makes sense. Uh, I don't know who's gonna be the fifth member of the Vision. It's gonna be interesting to see how they play that out and how they reveal that. But that was the main segment of the night. That's how the show ended. So I had no problems whatsoever with that. Now tonight, what we saw, the return of Zack Ryder, man. Zack Ryder, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was cool seeing Zack Ryder back. I don't know if this is a one off. I don't know if this means he's officially back in the company, but I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. Seeing Zack Ryder back brings back memories. Zack Ryder was one of my personal favorites growing up, truth be told. Back in the early days, man, 2011, 2012, man, Zack Ryder was one of my favorites, man. Um, it's a dang shame what happened with him and Eve Torres. I couldn't stand Eve Torres for months after what she did to that dude. And then John Cena wasn't a hero either, but he kind of redeemed himself in the end. I lost a broski for a hoski. If you know, you know. But he lost to LA Knight in a losing effort. The last time is now tournament, so LA Knight continues on. It probably would have been a damn riot if LA Knight would have lost. And Jey Uso, actually, he won tonight against The Miz in what was actually a solid match, and that was also a part of the last time is now tournament. So yeah, Jey Uso, he moves on. LA Knight, he moves on. Tonight, what we saw, Jake Cargill, I already knew what this was going to lead to, because she squashed B-Fab, and then Mia Yim came out, so I already knew where this was leading to. Mitchkin and Jade, this is the next program that they're going to be doing, which I don't got no problem with it. Mitchkin is a very good performer, so I definitely think she can give Jade the hits, but it ain't going to be enough. I think Jade ain't losing that title anytime soon. Now, you move on to the women, the other women, with this war game stuff. We doing this. I feel like we doing this the same rehash that they did. I don't know if it was the previous year or the year before that, but they did this with Charlotte and Becky, because Charlotte and Becky had problems going into War Games. Now Charlotte and Rhea had problems going into War Games, because Charlotte told Alexa, "I can't do this. Like, Alexa, you my friend, I love you, but I can't be a part of this team with Io and Rhea, because me and Rhea, we got problems. Me and Rhea, we got history." And obviously, it's a good thing that they're bringing that all up. Obviously, they're mentioning it, but still, like, I'm like, dang, we doing this again? Like, it feels like a rehash of what they was doing in Charlotte and Becky. But regardless, the attack that the heels did on the women tonight too was really good. I gotta point that out, man. Lash looked dominant in that, man. Like, she threw them women hard. Pause. But you had Dragonoff, and Fraxium for the championship. That was really good, man. That Dragonoff's U.S. title matches are probably the easiest, best things to tune into this show. SmackDown, this 2 week debacle, some will call it. And the last point I want to make out is we saw what happened with the Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa segment. So how they're setting all that up, they're doing the MFTs versus the Motor City Machine Gun, Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn, and Ray Phoenix. But they're doing it the 5-on-5 apparently. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're doing the 5-on-5 Survivor Series traditional elimination match that has always been prevalent around Survivor Series. The entire Survivor Series has been made upon that match concept alone. But you're doing it on the Friday before. You're basically doing it the night before Survivor Series. You're not. They're not doing it at the actual show because now the Survivor Series concept is WarGames now. So I just kind of had to point that out there. I just thought that was crazy and like somewhat ridiculous because it's like we all know what Survivor Series has been made on. Survivor Series 5-on-5. This is the concept they've been doing since the beginning for over 30 years, and you move it to the night before the actual show. It's crazy. But hey, it is what it is. At the end of the day, this is a new era. This is WWE we talking about. But SmackDown in and of itself was pretty solid. Tomorrow I will possibly be dropping my AEW Full Gear predictions, so be on the lookout for that, man. Y'all already know what this is.